In order to equip themselves to address health-related issues in their work, domestic workers who were members of the Women's Collective, which is part of the San Francisco Day Labor Program, invited Unidos to design a course that will help them stay healthier on their jobs. Together with the Labor Occupational Health Program of the University of California, Unidos trained a group of domestic workers to become promotoras, or health promoters. The preparatory training included learning about the working conditions of domestic workers in the United States, the hazards of their job and how to control them, and about adult education methods. The promotoras also participated in the design of the course, which was called Limpieza con Seguridad y Dignidad, or Safe and Dignified Cleaning. The course consisted of 5 one-hour workshops: history of domestic workers, cleaning with less toxic alternatives, ergonomics, workers' rights, and negotiation skills. The history of domestic workers section of the workshop introduced the course by putting the course in the context of a much larger workers' rights movement. The course participants read the life story of several domestic workers who lived in the past. These stories connected the participants to the experience of domestic workers through U.S. history, a history of exploitation. This helped the women know that we're not alone, and the Safe and Dignified Cleaning course will help equip them to change the history of domestic workers. Housekeeping is a profession that uses many chemicals. Although most of the products are not extremely toxic, they do affect the worker over the long term. Many domestic workers also experience some immediate effect, such as burns, headaches, and allergies. The participants in the Safe and Dignified Cleaning course learn how traditional cleaning products can affect their health. They were then introduced to safer alternatives, such as common household ingredients like vinegar and baking soda. Using these 2 ingredients, the class participants tried cleaning the floor, windows, and an oven. By the end of the exercise and discussion, most of them committed themselves to use these products and to urge their employers to try them. The ergonomics workshops of the course was included because most workers do not realize that there's something they can do about the muscle aches and pains that came at the end of the day's work. The workshop helped domestic workers recognize how various tasks in their work can cause stress to the muscle, tendons, and nerves. The class then discussed how domestic workers might change the work procedure or use a different tool in order to reduce the likelihood of causing injuries and reduce pains. Domestic workers usually had the most questions due to the workers' rights section of the course because, perhaps for the first time for many of them, there was a knowledgeable person who was helping calculating their rightful wages and how they can exercise their rights. The domestic workers also learned how many of the workers' legal rights do not apply to domestic work, and they hear about the power of joining with others to gain these rights. The participants ended the day by participating in role plays, where they can practice talking with their employers about their fair wages and workloads, safety equipment, and the use of less toxic products. This negotiation workshop is essential to empowering the domestic workers because they have little recourse with the law. In many cases, negotiation is a key to better gaining working conditions. The success of the Safe and Dignified Cleaning is reflected by the demand for the course, as well as by changing lives, especially the promotoras themselves. At the start of the Unidos project, the course was offered only to the members of the Women's Collective as part of the requirement to get a job to the day labor program. Now, domestic workers from surrounding cities such as Oakland also attended the course. Changes resulting from the course occurred on multiple levels. Individuals who participated in the course changed their behaviors. For example, the workers in the Women's Collective changed the way they work. 50% of the members said they had switched over to using less toxic cleaning chemicals. If not with all their employers, they were cleaning their own homes with them.
Gracias a este programa que hemos salido adelante, Mi familia ha mejorado también porque no hemos usado los químicos. No voy a usar más químicas porque se les daña a mi familia.
Desde que tomé el entrenamiento de verdad me ha servido. Ahora sé cuándo trapear y usar la aspiradora sin lastimarme. No tengo aseguranza, así que es importante que me cuide mi cuerpo. Le estoy enseñando a una compañera con la que trabajo a que se proteja.
Cuando iba al trabajo acostumbraba a usar productos químicos sin usar guantes. Después del entrenamiento aprendí a no usar mucho producto químico. Estuve teniendo muchas alergias, irritaciones en mi nariz, mi garganta, mi piel. Cuando fui a ver al doctor, me dio una crema, pero no me hizo nada. Después del entrenamiento y de hacer unos cambios, me sentí mucho mejor. Ahora uso los productos que quiero usar, de los cuales aprendí en el entrenamiento.
The participants, especially the promoters, changed how they saw themselves. Their participation in Unidos gave them more self-confidence.
Siento más profesional. He aprendido cómo negociar mi trabajo, incluyendo sobre los productos.
Estamos muy orgullosos de formar parte de este equipo con este proyecto, porque este proyecto nos ayuda a todas las mujeres de limpieza de casa a tener seguridad en nuestros trabajos. Aunque no tenemos un derecho legal, tenemos un derecho humano, y eso para nosotros es mucho porque nos está ayudando a toda nuestra comunidad latina inmigrante que hace los trabajos de limpieza.
Hace 2 años no hubiera creído que podría hablar en frente de una clase.
They are also confident enough to speak with the media about what they have gained, as in the case of Promotora Esther Gress, speaking with our environmental editor about what she and the woman at the Women's Collective are doing.
We use baking soda in place of Ajax and vinegar instead of Windex, Gress says in Spanish through an interpreter. They are cheaper and you can use vinegar on wood floors, windows, and on different furniture. Baking soda can be used to clean in the bathroom and the kitchen stove.
Since the promotoras now have health promotion skills, they are also being recruited and paid to do other health education efforts, such as with the Children's Environmental Health Promotion Program to do outreach to prevent lead poisoning and improve indoor air quality.